Okay, so here on this question, write the following as a single log, assume all variables are positive. Okay, what are they wanting us to do? Well, basically, this section is all about the what are called the log properties. So let me go down and show you. There they are. This right here is the log properties from the notes, from the exam number 3 notes. So it's on the very top of Unit 3 module in the Canvas course shell. There's 4 properties. The first 3, well, all 4 are important. So the first one, log base b. Notice how they all have log base b. So that we're not messing with the base, at least on the first 3 properties. We're not changing the base. Actually, property 4 is all about changing the base. We already know about that one, right? When you have this, you can make the base go to the bottom and the other one go to the top. Anyway, we did that one before. But we're really focused on these first 3 in this section. What does it say? That if your product property, if you're multiplying two things inside of one log, it becomes 2 logs added. So notice, let me help you with these. Multiplying becomes adding. Dividing becomes subtraction. And powers, that power comes in the front and becomes multiplying. You see that? And it's always the easier operation for the 2 logs. There's 2 logs here, and this is easier, this is harder, right? Multiplying is a harder thing, right? When you were a kid, what's the first thing you learned as a kid? How to add. Later, you learn multiplying. That's a harder operation. Same thing over here. 2 logs has the easier operation. The 1 log dividing, that's a harder operation. So basically, it's like, you know how a job gets easier when more people do it? You know, what did it say? Many hands make the job lighter, kind of saying that, right? So if you have 2 logs instead of just 1 log, it's an easier operation. For 1 log, multiplying becomes easier, 2 logs added. And 1 log dividing becomes easier, 2 logs subtraction. All right, it makes sense that multiplying is connected with adding because multiplying is repeated adding, right? What is 3 times 2 but 2 added 3 times? Multiplying is just repeated adding. Dividing is makes things smaller, so that's like subtraction. All right, back to the question. So we are adding, and notice, oh yeah, one other thing. The third property says numbers in the front can go back and forth from the front to the power. See that? Front to power, front to power. It can go either way, depending on what you're trying to do at the moment. So on this one, I'm going to take this power from the front, this number in the front, and put it up in the power. And then I'm going to, so I've got log base 5 of 4 plus log base 5 of y squared. You don't need the parentheses on anything. You don't even need the parentheses on the 4. It doesn't matter. Everybody with me so far? So that's what property 3 says. Numbers in the front can go up to the power or vice versa, right? To be in the power is to be in the front multiplied. Those are the same thing, is what that's saying. So this front number can go to the power, and then adding for 2 logs becomes harder for 1 log. By the way, the base doesn't change. Again, notice on all these, the base, B, 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 B. We're not changing the base except for property 4, which is all about changing the base. We're not changing the base. So they've got to be the same base they are. 5, 5, 5, not changing that. What are we doing then? It's 4 times y squared, right? Adding an easier operation, easier for 2 logs becomes times harder for 1 log. So the easier for 2 logs becomes harder, right? So harder job for 1 person, easier for 2. So that's our answer. It's log base 5 of 4y squared. There we go. What do? we made it a single log. Write the following as a single log. And so we did.